Scene opens with a man, looking defeated, walking alone through dimly lit, empty city streets at night. The atmosphere is somber and quiet. He had it all: a steady job, a comfortable life, a future that seemed bright and secure. But life, as it often does, had other plans. In the blink of an eye, the ground beneath his feet crumbled. His job was gone, his savings evaporated like mist in the morning sun, and the people he once called his own drifted away, leaving behind an echoing silence. He walked through these empty streets, a ghost in his own life, a man who had lost everything. But what he didn't know then was that he hadn't lost the one thing that truly mattered: his will to keep going. The scene shifts to the man inside a small, dark room. Days seem to blur together. He looks gaunt and lost. The days that followed were a blur of pain and silence. Each sunrise felt like a cruel reminder of his failure. There was no food, no one to call, just the deafening quiet and the relentless voice of self-doubt whispering in his ear. He would stare at his reflection in a cracked mirror, a stranger looking back at him. In one of his darkest moments, he whispered to the man in the glass, Maybe this is it. Maybe life is over for me." The words hung in the stale air, heavy with despair. But just as he was about to surrender to the darkness, a tiny, resilient spark flickered within him. A voice, almost a memory of the man he used to be, urged him, "Try. Just try one more time." The scene changes. The man is now seen doing small, humble jobs, sweeping a neighbor's yard, helping carry groceries, fixing a broken fence. He collects his small earnings in a jar. The sun is starting to rise, casting a warm, gentle glow. And so did he. Started small. Impossibly small. He began helping others in his community with any odd job he could find. A little yard work here, a small repair there. He wasn't earning much, but he saved every single penny, each coin a tiny victory against despair. It wasn't a sudden, magical transformation. It was slow, painstaking work. But with each small act of service, with each coin dropped into the jar, something began to shift. Life was slowly, steadily, beginning to change. It was a powerful reminder that even a single step forward in the darkest of nights is still a step toward the light. The scene transitions to show the man a few years later. He's now the owner of a small but thriving local business, perhaps a repair shop or a small cafe. He's smiling, interacting confidently with customers. The atmosphere is bright and hopeful. That one more try turned into another, and then another. His persistence became his greatest asset. With the money he had painstakingly saved, he started a small business from the ground up. It was built not just on capital, but on sweat, resilience, and the respect he had earned from his community. He worked tirelessly, day in and day out, pouring his heart into his new beginning. Soon, people weren't whispering about the man who had lost everything. Instead, they pointed with admiration and said, "That's him. He's the man who never gave up." He became more than a business owner. He became a symbol of hope, an inspiration to everyone who felt they had hit rock bottom. Final scene. The man is watching the sunrise, a look of peace and gratitude on his face. The camera focuses on his strong, confident expression. His story teaches us a profound lesson. You might lose your job. You might lose your money. You might even lose people you thought would be there forever. But there is one thing you must never, ever lose: faith in yourself. That is the ultimate power. It's the force that rebuilds lives from the ashes. The engine that drives you forward when every instinct tells you to stop. When you refuse to give up, life has no choice but to lift you. Your comeback is always stronger than your setback. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. Remember to keep fighting and never lose hope.